Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another pre-market watch list here today on the Boiler Room. So I hope everyone is having a great day. I am. Markets are continuing to be hot as we like. Hope you guys caught some of that Facebook call from yesterday. That was a big call that we mentioned. We also mentioned the SPY was probably going to trade a consolidation day, which we've seen. So yesterday, all in all, it was a pretty good day. So really happy about that. With that being said, we're going to jump into today's watch list. Today's watch list is going to be more of a laxed watch list, not as crazy. Oh, by the way, good morning, Calvin. Good morning to all the members joining in here this morning. To any new viewer, thank you guys once again for tuning into my channel. I appreciate it. What we do here every morning is try and find some of the best stocks to present to you guys to watch in the market. We do penny stocks, we do large cap stocks, mid cap stocks, ticker, ETFs. Doesn't really matter. We basically do it all here. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I am going to talk about TEUM. I will mention the stock KEER, which I am definitely giving a sell rating right now. If I had to, I would say sell. Get ready to sell. Be very trigger happy on KEER here. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm telling you. Be very trigger happy with KEER and get ready to sell at any second. All right. With that, 1 second. Ooh, gosh, I can't do it. There it goes. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So here is, first I'm going to mention this. I want to talk about KEER real quick, just because I know for a fact there has been a lot of people trading it recently, and a lot of people are still holding on to the stock. So let's look at it from this yearly time frame. For the past year, it's been clearly downtrending, right? Clearly downtrending, and it's seen zero volume. Zero, right? We've been downtrending, but look at the volume. Throughout this whole time period, there has been zero trading volume. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Okay? So there's been absolutely no trading volume throughout here, but trading volume all of a sudden picks up right now. So for over the past, we could just say, what is this? We have 1, 2, 3, right? 3, yeah, 1, 2, 3. So only for 3 months has this stock really started seeing any volume for the past year. Okay, let me get that out of there. In here, this big gap down right in that area, I believe, what is that? I believe that was the date that they did a massive public share offering. Okay, they did a big public share offering on that big gap down right there. Something happened. I believe it was a big public share offering right in here. Price goes from 50 cents, right? Was that 50 to 40 cents all the way down to 12 cents. Next thing you know, a ton of buying volume comes in. KEER's public share offering gets bought up by bigger capital. And now the price is starting to pick back up. So ideally, they did a public share offering. Price became super cheap. Everyone started talking about it. Bigger investors bought it up, causing the price to get driven up. And soon, a lot of these bigger investors are going to sell, and it's going to cause it to dump right back down. So again, guys, you have to be very careful. I'm going to put a video together later on today describing why I believe the stock AKER is getting pumped and manipulated. I believe AKER is definitely getting pumped and manipulated. I spent like 4 hours researching it yesterday. I went into SEC filings and a bunch of other crazy shit, and pretty sure AKER is getting pumped, and it's going to dump on investors, and they don't even realize it. So I'll go into more detail on a video about that later today. But it's going to be a crazy. I really strongly feel that AKER has been manipulated since the $12 price when they did their public share offering. Individual investing groups have come in and bought up this low price stock, and they've been pushing out news releases, pumping the stock up till it gets to a certain price point in which they would like to sell, and then they're going to crush everyone. That's exactly what's going to happen. So what does that mean? Start getting a little weary, right? On AKER. Do I even have to mention, I think it's up like 1,000% on the year, from 12 cents, actually a low of like 12 cents to a high of right now, like it's up 754% on the year. That's just absolutely stupid. Not even though it hasn't even been a year since it gapped down, it's up 754%. Yeah, right. Okay. Anyways, so AKER, be very, very cautious on that one. All right, guys. You're going to really like the video I'm putting together because it's going to go in and show you SEC filings, 13Gs, the investing groups that are buying it up, news about how these investors were, were in shady business transactions before. Like, I don't even know how dude, it is crazy. Anyways, so let's continue. We'll talk about the SPY real fast. So we know the SPY had that really big red day the other day. Yesterday, it had a very indecisive trading day. A lot less volume. You can see here, right? So on this big red day, we had a little bit more volume right here. On the small green day yesterday was a doji. We didn't really have as much volume. And that makes sense because it was a doji. There weren't as clear patterns. Less people were trading, resulting in less volume. Right here, that's where it broke its trend. So now people are even more scared that we're going to go down. Okay. And that's just it. Definitely have a short biased downtrending outlook on the SPY altogether. And you know me, I'm going to trade the tickers like UVXY and TVIX. So we don't really have to talk about those. But let's go over to TEUM this morning. It is up pretty big. Another one that's kind of like doesn't even make sense, right? So this thing went from went from 50 cents. So what is this? This is so you have, right, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the past 9 months, AKER, if I'm correct, TEUM has gone from 50 cents to a high of 304-ish, but wait, it's even higher this morning. Can anyone just quickly tell me what the, I guess I'll look at, is it? It is 319. Okay. That's it. Okay, whatever, 319. So the price has gone up 538%. Has gone up 538% over the past 9 months. That's a really, really big move. Okay. So a lot of you guys have to be careful on a lot of these penny stocks that get pumped up. They don't go forever. Most oftentimes they are going to come down. So right now, I mean, this is a really, really, really big pump up. There is news out and on this morning, but you know what seems fishy about TEUM, and I could be wrong, is if you look at the news, they almost have positive news every single day. It's like the stock never gets a negative news, right? So go through that. Go through the past couple months on TEUM and look at how often they get very good news. It's like they never actually get bad news, which makes me a little surprised. All right. So all it comes down to is realizing that there is resistance here at 339. The price right now is at like right here, right? So it's very possible that you're going to see TEUM do something like this, a double top. Actually, let me undo that and I'll bring in a white one. It's very possible you're going to see TEUM do this. Right? That would be this is what it looks like to me, a double top pattern. It's pretty clear. It looks exactly like an M, right? And if it's not going to double top and crash, then it's going to do this. It'll pull back to trend line support and then it will keep going, right? So right now you have to be very cautious because you could be in a double top pattern right before a big pullback. The pullback may test support and keep going, or it's going to break its trend line support and it's going to crash. So again, you have to be very careful with where TEUM is at today. Jeez, fucking computer. Right? It's right at resistance. Sure, it has good news, right? Stocks get good news all the time, but it doesn't mean they have to continue running, right? It doesn't mean that, right? I mean, like, take a look at, I mean, just take any blue chip stock. You could look at Facebook. I mean, right? Like, regardless of the news that just happened, right? I mean, even if there was good news, if the company is way, way overvalued, investors aren't going to buy it, right? Things have to match up and for stocks to be a good buy. And if, you know, a stock keeps getting pumped, eventually it's going to be overvalued regardless of the news, you know? It doesn't matter. So TEUM, what do I think? I think if anything, you got to be very careful. I think it's more of an area where I would not buy. You got to think about all the long-term holders, right? At 285, they might sell. The people that got in here, right? You got to think to yourself, the people that got in here, the people that bought here, here, the price is now right here. They might sell right up here when the market opens, causing a push down, right? And if you look at it, like that's what you got to think. Those traders might open and sell as soon as the market opens. So what's that's going to do is cause us to come down. So that's TEUM. There might be a few others, to be honest. If you guys want me to take a look at them, please send them my way. But again, I'm really just going to watch UVXY, the SPY. I'm going to watch Facebook today. I'm just going to watch Facebook because it's so heavily traded right now that it's fun to watch, and maybe I'll start trading it. Look at this volume, right? Look at, like, this is telling you right here that this is getting traded. Look at that. Look at the volume over the course of the whole year. There has never been a day where the volume has been bigger than it is right now for the past year. So it's killing it right now in volume. Let's see. So Arcadia, yeah, I'll talk about Arcadia. Actually, that's a good one. I did mention that to our members here, premium members today. And one second. Arcadia. So let's step back for a second. Here we go. I'm going to do some stuff here. What time is it? It is 8:53. Okay. So we're going to speed this up a little bit. Arcadia Fibonacci retracement tells us that, or was I wrong about that? Hold on. No, that's right. Okay. Okay, so here's a Fibonacci retracement, right? Every time the stock has bounced, it's been on the 50% retracement level. This blue line, you can see it there, there, and now, boom. Every time price gets to the blue 50% retracement level, RKDA tends to bounce. So this means that right now, RKDA is testing. They're testing support. Right? That's what that means. RKDA is testing a big level of support right now. So some people may think right now is a good time to buy, but to me, I think RKDA is getting ready to start coming down, right? You can only test a level of support so many times while a stock is downtrending before it eventually breaks down, right? It's only a matter of time, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. This thing's definitely gotten pumped up over the past couple weeks, right? It's up big time. If this level breaks, if the 50, or sorry, if the 50 breaks, the stock is going to come like that. It's going to come down. So keep your eyes on a 50% retracement level, which is also, I think it's the $35 area. Yeah, like the $35, $36. Keep your eyes on that level. That's a strong level. If that breaks, I would expect a nice dump. Not like a big dump because it's not trading heavy volume, but if you're going to trade this, maybe take 50 to 100 shares, 25 shares, because I mean, if it goes, it's going to move probably $5, $6, $7 a share, you know, and $100, or sorry, 100 shares move 7 points. That's $600, $700 in a day. That's really good. So keep your eyes on RKDA below that 30-something dollar level. DXR, not a huge fan. It broke through its 50%. You can see DXR was doing something very similar where it was bouncing like right on this blue line and just kind of hovering around that blue line. But now it's breaking down and it's testing a new level today. I'm not a big fan of this one. It's trading light volume. I mean, you can watch it, but you're going to want to be a little more short biased on it. So I hope that helps for some of you guys. Hold on one second. Let me take a look at some of these comments and stuff here. FENC, let me take a look there real quick. And then I will have to be getting off here in just a few minutes. Okay. Fennec Pharmaceuticals, sector update, healthcare flag, pre-market, blah, blah, blah. Surge on FDA fast track to flag for PEDMARK. So that was today. Fenchier's pre-market fast track, it doesn't pre-market. Okay. Okay, so just a couple days ago on 3/12, FENC got a price target of $17 by Wedbush. They just today got news about the fast track designation by the FDA for some of their products, pharmaceutical products. So yeah, stock's going up. So something we have to consider today is, you know, how much volume. It's only traded about 20,000, 30,000 shares of maybe 40,000 shares of volume. So not a whole lot of volume. When there's no volume, there's not a lot of liquidity. It's going to make it a little bit harder to trade. It can be more manipulated. You'll probably find yourself with bigger spreads. This stock has a spread of 30 cents right now. It's a big spread. Where is it? 11.29. So price is right here. Yeah, I mean, it's coming up to some previous resistance here, like in the $12 area. So keep that in mind. You know, this would have really been the better time to be buying. Throughout that stage, you're buying the dips. Right now, the price it's high. It really is. It's high, and I would recommend waiting for some type of pullback on that. BPMX, I'll take a look. That's another one a lot of people were talking about. So this is probably very similar to the type of manipulation I believe would be going on with KEER right now. It's possible. I would need to look into it, but you know, I mean, look at, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Since basically, where are we at? There's 18. Since that drop, when the price went to 10 cents, right? Went to 10 cents, all of a sudden, a lot of volume started coming in, and the price is getting pushed up, and it's probably soon to come down. Okay, so keep that in mind, guys. When you are considering trading today. Hold on, I'm gonna get out of screen share here for a second. If I know how to work my computer. Okay, so that is all the stocks we're gonna cover. Again, I had a really late start today. I didn't get into the office for quite some time this morning, so I'm running a little behind on the things that I'm doing. So that's why I took a little bit more time to look at some of the stocks you guys were looking at this morning. Where am I going with this? Oh yeah, so again, I didn't have a lot of time to really, you know, analyze the market, so I'm just going to resort back to easier plays, right? So there's another tip for you guys. If you don't have enough time to prepare in the morning or at night, whatever way you do it, I prepare in the morning. I sometimes look at stuff at night. I do most of my prepping in the morning. If you feel that you didn't have enough time to properly prepare, or you're finding yourself kind of like rushing around trying to find stocks in the morning or something like that, an easy thing to do is just kind of resort back to stocks that yesterday were traded heavily, or you remember made big moves, because a lot of times that volume and that excitement will linger around for the next day or 2 days or 3 days or even a week, 2 weeks, doesn't really matter. You know, so a lot of the heavily traded stocks yesterday will become still traded the next day. So if you have a tough time finding things you think look good, or you're not seeing things that you like, resort back to things that were good the previous day, because a lot of people will do that, right? I do that. Hold on 1 second. Let me see here. I'm just going through some comments real fast. Damn it, computer. Stop being stupid. So yeah, so we're really just basically going to cover up there. I don't really have too much more. So again, later today, do stay tuned, because I'm doing a really in-depth, detailed, fundamental, technical analysis on KEER. And then I might even bring in some few other stocks that I believe are going to be doing the same thing that KEER has done for the past month, or sorry, 4 months. So pretty crazy. Anyway, guys, stay tuned. I hope you guys like today's watch list. It seems as if we got a lot of people in here this morning, so that's good. So again, stay tuned for the video that's coming. Like, subscribe, do whatever you got to do. Again, all the links to our trading team, everything's in the description of the video below, so you can check that out. And then I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning. So everybody take care and have a good day and stay green.